Thug and YSL. Those of you who have been following the story closely, you guys already know Young Thug and Gunna was recently caught on Rico charges in addition to multiple felonies, and it looks like Wack 100 has some things to say. And what proofs does Wack 100 have to confirm this rumor? Along with Young Thug, a lot of the YSL crew was also picked up on the same indictment, which is 88 pages long and names over 50 charges. Other members of YSL are also now being held for trial, including some big names like Yak Gotti and Gunna. According to Wack 100, the whole trial might be bigger than just YSL. He argues that Lucci was involved in the YSL takedown. Gunna and Young Thug have both had bail hearings, and neither of them are getting out for a while, at least not until they declare innocent at the charges or get bail. But that's not about to happen for real. Their trials are scheduled to be all the way into 2023, and while their attorneys have filed emergency orders to get them released early, it looks like that's not happening either. Young Thug's attorney argued that he was being held in a dungeon-like conditions since he's innocent until proven guilty. The lawyer argued that he should be allowed to be free for the time being. The issue here is that that's just how jail works. It's not like other prisoners get special treatment because they haven't been convicted yet. The court argues both Young Thug and Gunna would be too dangerous to get out of bail. The court basically said that if they were allowed out of jail for the time being, they could very easily bribe or intimidate witnesses ahead of the trial. Officially, the investigation has been going on for about 6 months, but that's just what the DA said. And that's also just in regards to YSL. In reality, it's more likely the gang activity in Atlanta has been going on for a long time, especially between YSL and YFN factions, that the pages of indictment actually detail a number of sets in the area, as well as a number of national gangs that lead us to believe this definitely isn't the end of the indictments. Not only for that, if anything, we're likely to see an increase in these kind of charges for a number of rappers with gang affiliation. Now, of course, YFN and YSL have had issues for a long time. YSL claims that it's not a gang, it's a business enterprise that's supposed to exist to lift his friends up out of the hood and to introduce great rappers into the world. As much as I like to say that's the way it looks, I really can't, because authorities, one way or another, were able to tap one of the phones YSL was using in jail. During a deep dive into the text and audio capture from the phone, was discovered that Young Thug was pushing a couple of YSL members to perform a hit on one of the members of YFN. It's likely that the YFN member was YFN Lucci. After all, it became obvious that YFN Lucci had a bounty on him throughout his stay in prison. So far, in fact, there have been multiple attempts of YFN Lucci's life. First, there was the time his wife and Lucci were in the car, got shot up. Lucci was completely unharmed, although his driver was hit. The second time, Lucci wasn't so lucky. Back in February 2020, Lucci was attacked while in prison. Another inmate came at him with a sharp object, and Lucci somehow got a hold of something to defend himself. Well, Lucci survived, but he sustained an injury to his head. The other guy got some additional charges for attacking him, but Lucci made it out of the scuffle. Young Thug was terrorized to have some kind of potential involvement in the first attempt of YFN Lucci, but theories have never really been substantiated. There's even talk about him being involved in an attempt in Lil Wayne's life, which once again has never been confirmed. All we really know is that Young Thug is definitely mixed up in some beef from time to time, and he would have had some potential motives for doing the best to perform a successful hit on both Lil Wayne and Lucci, or more likely send another YSL member to do just that. In case of the second attempt of YFN Lucci, there's a little bit of evidence that points towards Young Thug being involved. Just take a look at a couple of pages in the indictment real quick for a little bit of more context. In section 178 of the indictment, court makes it clear that the members of YSL, while speaking over a cell phone to an incarcerated Fulton County inmate, discussed another Fulton County jail inmate who had recently attacked YSL associate incarcerated in the Fulton County jail. The wiretaps also have evidence that there was a text chain between Young Thug and the other local gangsters and leaders of a gang called Money Murder. To make matters worse for Young Thug, there's speculations from the court that Young Thug might have driven a vehicle that was used in the commission of a very serious crime. According to the indictment, Young Thug told a YSL associate named Marcavius Huey that he needs to tell another member. If you don't take it back, you're gonna die. Also, Wooney Lee and Trayvonia Stevens, YSL rule the world, kid 24 mil in a dude's head. Just start bringing me the money, man. And all of you stop playing with me. Of course, all this has people asking questions about why they want Lucci gone so badly. I mean, there's the fact that they're all ops, so maybe it would be if he was still around in prison and they've had their beef for a while. That being said, they've been ops for a while, and it's not like there aren't other ops in Fulton County. It also obviously wouldn't help their case if they tried to take Lucci out for no reason while they were under an active investigation. Just doesn't add up. Wack 100 thinks he has the answer in a recent clubhouse meeting, so most of the time they're just sharing their opinion on what's going down with the indictments. That's when Wack 100 raises a question. He even asks other guests what they think is going on. Does YFN Lucci have anything to do with YSL getting indicted? Pretty much immediately you could feel the energy change in the chat. A bunch of people started arguing with Wack, basically speaking on the effect. It's probably a smart move, to be honest with you, not to talk about it. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble speaking on this stuff if you're actually out in the streets. It's all speculation and nothing coming out in the court. At this point, you really don't want it to look like you're sticking your nose into someone else's business. This kind of thing, solutions.
So Lucci telling these niggas in here represent the nigga that's telling. That's what's going on. One thing for sure, Thug ain't gay. He ain't told on himself, nigga. So Lucci telling these niggas in here represent the nigga that's telling. That's what's going on. One thing for sure, Thug ain't gay. He ain't told on himself.
I don't even know if they arrested them niggas on that. I just seen their name on the paper again, bro. I don't know if them two right there got arrested, bro. Well, I know one of them arrested for some motion. One of them arrested for some motion. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if the other one still getting that same
What's the two niggas' names you said beat the body?
I ain't doing that.
You fact, my nigga. This nigga's a Fulton County specialist. You should have been told this nigga
shit. Nigga, this sound like you is, nigga, cause you know so much about goddamn Atlanta and Fulton County, nigga.
We are talking
you running your mouth, nigga. We ain't saying no names. You saying you trying to make niggas say names. Out of here, nigga.
We talking about the topic. Everybody got the list. Everybody got the charges. If you ain't got them, then you slow.
Cool for you to know everything when they come to California. You tell niggas the same shit, but soon as niggas know about shit, then it's different, bro.
First you said he gonna get a bail, then the bail got denied. So he said,
nigga, I said in 2 weeks, nigga, when they go downtown. What are you talking about?
All right, we'll come back and visit in 2 weeks. He'll be downtown before 2 weeks.
Like I just told you, bro, Lucci had the same charge and got a bond, nigga.
Lucci ain't had this case. He ain't had 20-something codees, bro. 10 years of some bullshit. I don't think he had that. Lucci name ain't on this case. You done said to be no 2 weeks later we just dropped the ball. Nah, it's gonna be a fight with this shit.
You saw that
shit hit the fan when these niggas like this nigga over here who be around him every day. When he starts seeing who them mother confidential informant niggas is, we gonna see how much fire he got him in. That's what a nigga gonna know what he dealing with. One thing for sure, Thug ain't gay. He ain't told on himself, nigga. When you get to seeing all these niggas as you was around every day, rolling blunt, wait, that nigga, if that nigga and that nigga, then we gonna see where your fire at. They ain't making no arrests
with music with, bro, so I don't even know.
They ain't making no arrests.
So we betting on niggas telling on each other or something? That's crazy.
But no.